guys. So, hi baby. I know I just got her some peanut butter because I am going to be heading out in a few minutes, but so she like smells it on my hand and I put it up high so she couldn't get it. I know, baby. I know you want the peanut butter, but I just spent the past half an hour looking for my phone. I could not find my phone anywhere. Thankfully, I was able to find it. It was in the laundry room because Dominic did, well, I didn't leave it there overnight or anything, but Dominic did laundry last night, so I went in there to get pants this morning and I must have left my phone in there. So that was a little bit crazy. I was looking all over the house, all of the typical places that I would leave my phone, and I could not find it anywhere. And so it was a little stressful. I was like, I'm probably not going to be able to vlog today if I can't find this phone. But I am going to try and use my actual camera today. I think we'll see once we get in the car if I want to use my actual camera. But yeah, that is the situation that's happening here. This morning, I have been deep into the Turpin family. So on Instagram, or not on Instagram, on TikTok, I saw this like TikTok about them, and I ended up like diving really deep. If you guys don't know anything about the Turpin family, it's basically this family who was, well, these parents were holding their kids captive and held them captive for like, I don't even know how many years, maybe 17 or something. A lot of years they were holding their kids captive in their house. And this girl, one of the younger girls, broke out and called the cops and like was able to save her family basically. And so it's just like a really inspiring story. Not that it's inspiring, it's actually terrible. But I have been deep into it because they are, like, the girls that I watched in the video were just so, like, emotional, and it just made me super emotional, and then it made me very invested, and, like, I guess they're not getting any of their money. I don't know. I don't want to preach any false information on here, but if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, I'm so interested in, like, the justice system and, like, the foster care system and stuff like that, so, like, it always interests me whenever I come across, like, stories like this, and it is just really sad, honestly. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, definitely look up the Turpin family. You might have already heard about them. I almost feel like I've heard about them in the past and I just forgot somehow because this was from, it looks like it was from 2020, the Diane Sawyer documentary. But that is what I got invested in this morning. If that kind of stuff interests you as well, I also am obsessed with the show The Fosters. When I first met Dominic's adopted, which I've told you guys about a million times at this point. But when I first met him, I got really into the show The Fosters because I was trying to figure out, like, I didn't know anything about adoption. I had never even had a friend that was adopted. Maybe I had one friend that was adopted when I was younger, but I didn't know much about it. So I started watching this show, The Fosters, and he did say it's nothing like the way that it was for him. But the show is really, really good, and like I'm obsessed with that show. It's like 8 seasons long, and then they also extended it and have like an extra show called Good Trouble that is also really good. Not like an extra show. What are those called when they like branch off of a show and like 2 people from the show start a new show? What's that called? I forget. But that show's really good. So highly recommend. And also this whole Turpin thing, just it has me in a tizzy, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I am really wanting to do more research. I'm actually gonna close out of this because I can feel myself wanting to dive back into that. And meanwhile, Sunday's like, where's my peanut butter? So I am going to close out of all that. I'm gonna bring her for a walk now, and then hopefully I am going to get my coffee. I wasn't planning on going to get coffee. I'm never planning on going to get coffee, but here we are. We're going to get coffee, so I'll bring you guys along. Hey guys, so I am just trying to decide. Okay, that makes sense. I was gonna call my mom, but I called my mom and she did not answer, so that's a bummer. But I'm trying to decide what I want to do for lunch today because I was planning on just eating at home, but now, like, my stomach is grumbling. You know how that happens? Like, you leave the house, and I don't know if my brain is like, you probably shouldn't be eating, so now you're gonna be hungry. But I am so hungry. So, I'm thinking about McDonald's, but I wanted to check the app first, because they're doing that deal that, Mariah Carey thing. I don't know if you guys have the apps. If you don't have apps, you guys got to get down with the apps. I know you guys might not have McDonald's wherever you guys are, but we have McDonald's here. I really thought McDonald's was universal, but I feel like I got a comment one time saying that you guys don't have, I don't even remember what country it was, doesn't have McDonald's. Or maybe that it's called something different. I think in the UK you guys call it something different. But I am going to check it out. They have this Mariah Carey thing that they're doing, and let me just say, the only day that was good for the Mariah Carey thing was on the 13th. And ever since, they've been, yeah, see, I missed it. They're giving away pancakes today. So that's upsetting because I know they're not doing pancakes anymore. It is now dinner. So that's a bummer, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. Pancakes was actually a great one, but I never get out early enough, as we all know. So I was going to look. Let's see what Burger King will give me for free. I just do this sometimes. I just check all my apps and hope that somebody's giving me something for an affordable price. Burger King. Something I love from Burger King are the rodeo burgers. And like, I don't like them as much anymore, but when I was younger, when I was in college especially, that was like my go-to food because it was just so easy to get. It was $1 and like you can't go wrong with something like that. But now I'm afraid to eat it again because the last time I had it, it did not live up to the hype of my own Dewey. It just did not. It was not nearly as good as I thought it was going to be. So now I don't want to get rodeo burgers anymore. They're not doing any deals at Wendy's, or not Wendy's, at Burger King either. You know, I give up on these apps. We have food at home. I'm just going to have to eat food at home, and it is what it is. Because every time, I only get more frustrated when I look at the apps because they aren't giving me free food lately. And that frustrates me because on the days I don't want food at all, they give me free food almost every time. Almost every single time I don't want food, they give me free food. Let's see, what does this say? Nothing. Nothing from Wendy's either. Buy one day singles and get one free. But I'm only one person. This is not very nice to people that don't have anybody to share their food with. I wish one of you guys was here so we could share food. I guess we are just hitting up Dunkin' and we're just going to have to get our coffee. It's so funny because like it doesn't even cross my mind that I spend $3.50 on coffee every day that I could be spending on food. So I could take that $3 and put it towards something else. But it's like coffee is such a staple in my life that I can't imagine like not having it anymore. But I know that I could do it because I did it with soda. So like when I was younger, you guys, I was obsessed with Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper was the only thing I would drink. It was like crack to me. Like I could only, like Dr. Pepper, I could drink all the time, honestly. And then I don't know what happened. I just decided one day that I was gonna not drink it anymore, and then I didn't drink it. I was perfectly fine, never drank it. Then in college, my best friend from college, from the first year that I was living there, her mom came into town and she bought Dr. Pepper because she loved Dr. Pepper. And I tried it and she put me back on. She put me right back on to Dr. Pepper. Literally, I had one sip of it and I was like, yes, Dr. Pepper, it's in my soul. Or you guys, have you seen that meme where they're like, when that first sip of Dr. Pepper hits your soul? But then I got addicted again. And then when I met Dominic, I said, I'm done. I'm not doing soda anymore. Like, I don't know how this happened actually, that I ended up just like stopping soda. And so like now I can go, I don't need soda ever. Like literally I could go and never have soda. But coffee, that's a different beast for me. I need my coffee. I need coffee every day. And I haven't had mine yet today. And we're already like sitting at 2 p.m. And your girl, you know, needs her coffee. But it also, I could use that money on food. I don't know, you guys. How are you guys when it comes to breaking habits? I feel like I'm really good at it, but I'm not good at, like, setting new ones. So, like, I'm great at breaking bad habits, but then I am not so good at being like, okay, now I need to do this instead of this. I'm good at just, like, saying, oh, I'm not going to do this anymore, if that makes sense. That's something I'd like to get better at in the new year, is actually doing the new things that I want to do and not being so routine. That's another really big thing that I'd like to get better at in the new year, because I'm very routine. You guys know, you can tell from Vlogmas that like, I'm just very much, this is what I do at this time every day and I need to do it every single day. Or like, I'm pretty set in my routine. I'd like to get better about being a little more go with the flow, because and also I'd like to just get out more, because I feel like my routine also is just kind of shitty. Like, let's be real, my routine sucks. I wake up in the morning, I work, I go get coffee, I go home, I work, and then Dominic's home. Like, that's a shitty routine. So I just would like to be more go with the flow with my routine, and like not have one. See, I'm already trying to set a new routine, but have it be go with the flow. I don't want a routine. Come the new year, I want to like be like more, I don't know, free with the things that I do. That's something I used to be really amazing at when I was in college. Like, I was so good at just being go with the flow with everything, and like if somebody wanted me to come over at the drop of a hat, I would be there. Where now, like, if someone wants me to come over, they need to schedule it in advance, about a week. I need to know a week in advance, and then we're lucky if I follow through, because honestly, I think I've developed like more of a crippled like social anxiety as I've gotten older, that, or maybe just through the pandemic, honestly, that I hate about myself, because I used to be so outgoing. Not that I'm not outgoing now. You guys can tell I'm outgoing, but I can't be inconvenienced by going to do stuff, which is like, that's the juice of life, is going to do stuff. It's not the inconvenience. So I need to reset my brain come the new year, and not be so like, you know, think that everything that, and I need to not think negatively about things that are outside of my routine, and think more positively that is making my life more full, you know? That is the plan for the new year. I still need to come up with a new year word. Every single year, I actually challenge you guys. I don't think I challenged you guys last, or maybe I did. I challenge you guys to come up, by the first of the year, come up with a new word. It doesn't have to be by the first of the year if you haven't come up with it yet. Like, sometimes I do it later in January, but come up with a word to encompass your whole entire year. Last year my word was well, that's not a good sign. I've forgotten what my word was. This is not good. What was my word? I wrote it down. It started with an I think. Oh, I remember. Okay, let me just prove to you. I didn't get to the picture that I have the word on, but I remember. It was, shoot, now I've forgotten again. What was it? Oh my gosh, you guys. Intentional. It's intentional. Last year my word was intentional, and I feel like I did accomplish like being intentional. Thank you to Carrie, by the way, for reminding me of the word thing. She mentioned it in one of her vlogs that I did that last year, and she came up with a word as well, and they reminded me, oh my gosh, I have to come up with a new word for this coming up year. I feel like I was intentional this past year, but I almost took that to like a too big of an extreme. Honestly, I was super intentional with like my content and with my posting schedule, and I was intentional with my energy basically, and I only let myself focus on work like the whole year, honestly. Like blinking, it's like I blinked and the year's over, because I really did spend a lot of time on YouTube, which is important. It's my life. But I spent almost too much time invested in my hauls. And not that I don't love doing my hauls, but I think I need to be less intentional this year. Now, I still want to hold to being intentional in certain ways, but I think I was too intentional and too like strict and by the book of a haul a week, a vlog a week, a haul a week, a vlog a week. Like, I would like to be more go with the flow and allow myself more grace when it comes to my content, because it's not as fun when you have everything scheduled out like that. And I am, like I was just telling you guys, like I am a more go with the flow kind of person. So I need to let myself go back to being that, because I like that about me. I like being carefree. I like putting out content that I'm passionate about in the moment. I don't need to stick to such a harsh schedule, because I feel like I did that. I put myself in a box with that this past year, and it's a box that I love, and I love everything that I've gained from my hauls, but I think I just need to do like a reset, and I need to come up with a new word. That's all. I have to come up with a new word. So I'm going to do that. But my camera's about to die. So I'll probably check back in with you guys when I get home because this bad boy is dying. And I am filming on my camera today. And we are having no focus issues. I noticed earlier before I left the house that my video didn't have any focus issues. Hopefully this one doesn't either. But that's amazing. If we could keep up the good work camera, that would be great. So we'll see. We'll see as the day goes on and it gets darker how our focusing goes. But I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Hello, you guys. So I am about to heat up some lunch and it is way later now. This always happens to me. This is why I like to eat when I go out because I went out, you guys saw it was like 1 or maybe it was 2 at that time, and it's already 4 p.m. because I came home, I walked Sunday again, I called Dominic, I had that whole situation. By that whole situation, I'm going to tell you guys about it in a second. But then I started working. I don't know why I'm like this. Yes, I do. This whole thing is so frustrating. I'll tell you guys in a second after I heat up my food, and I will eat while I'm chatting with you guys because I am so annoyed right now, and it has nothing to do, well, it has everything to do with Dominic, but nothing to do, like, Dominic didn't annoy me. I'm so tired of healthcare letting us down. Like, it's just, I'm so over it. It shouldn't be this difficult to, like, figure out if you're a healthy human being or not, and, like, I'll explain this all in a second for you guys. Just give me a second. And then on top of it, I'll tell you that too. Just give me a few minutes. Not me saying give me a few minutes when I'm in control of what you guys are here for. I'm sorry, you guys. You're not inconveniencing me. I just need to heat this food up real quick. Alright, hopefully you guys can forgive the microwave going in the background. Actually, maybe I'll go in the other room to talk to you just so that we can't hear this. And I'm gonna set this. Let's see. Our microwave is literally a piece of junk. It does not heat any of our stuff very fast. So literally I'm putting this in for 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Why? 4 minutes and 13 seconds. But, that makes sense. I put it in for 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And we'll see. Once I come back in here, it's still probably not going to be heated all the way. Okay, you guys. So, I am having some issues at the moment. One being, this dog is still crying downstairs. Literally, it cries all day. And I feel so bad. But... and, like, I actually want to go walk it, but then I don't want to offer because then you get caught, like, walking the dog all the time. But at the same time, I feel bad hearing it cry, knowing it's been down there, like, by itself all day. Where the old neighbors used to have a dog, and they never came home to let it out either. But it was a very quiet dog, so, like, I didn't really have to think about the fact that the poor dog was sitting there by himself. But now I have to think about the fact that this dog has been down there. I mean, at this point, it's not that long, but yesterday he was down there for 12 hours just by himself. I felt so bad. As I was saying, we have some issues going on at the moment because the healthcare system in America is bullshit. And I'm so annoyed by it. And it honestly isn't doing really much bad for us at the moment, but you guys know Dominic's going in to get his head checked out. He's supposed to get an MRI and an MRA. His doctor calls for an MRI and an MRA. So tomorrow, literally tomorrow, he's supposed to go in for these things. And now got canceled, the MRA. He can't go get it done until his insurance approves it. So we're just going for the MRI, and they rescheduled his MRA for the day before Christmas. Not the day before, that's Christmas Eve, but the day before Christmas Eve. So the 23rd, they rescheduled his MRA for, which I don't even know what an MRA is, but I mean, we're going to find out what it is when the time comes. He's explained it to me a couple times. I just don't really remember. But they scheduled it for the day before Christmas Eve, which means that he's going to go in, get that done, and then we're going to have to wait all through Christmas Eve, all through Christmas Day, like all through the weekend after Christmas. We're going to have to wait for the results. And, like, I'm just frustrated by it because it's scary. Like, it's not something that's not scary. So you kind of want to know your results. And even though it sometimes takes a long time to get results, we can understand that. But when it's over a holiday, like, I don't want to be stressing over the results through the holiday. And it is what it is. I'm going to have to. We were excited because we were getting it done. And we thought early enough that, like, we wouldn't be dealing with, like, we would have some information before the holiday, before Christmas. And now we aren't going to have any information until after Christmas, really. So it is what it is. I'm just frustrated by it. And I feel bad for him because, like, I'm just thankful that there, that thing goes. It's been 4 minutes, apparently. I'm just thankful that he is, like, what he has isn't something that's, like, super urgent, hopefully. I mean, what do we know, really, until we get the test done? But I'm thankful that it's not super urgent, but this kind of stuff, like, the hassle of having to deal with your insurance and, like, these hospitals and stuff is enough to make a person more sick. Like, his issue is that he's having headaches, and I can't do anything for him. Maybe when I'm his wife, I'll be able to, but, like, at the moment, I can't call for him. I can't do any of that stuff. Would I be able to as his wife? I'm not quite sure, but, I guess we'll find out next year. But at the moment, I can't do any of that stuff for him, so he has to do all of this stuff by himself, causing himself an even more headache, and it just sucks. It just sucks because they should be able to... I'm having a moment, microwave. But it sucks because they should be able to get the information from his doctor. He shouldn't have to... What happened was then the radiology place called Dominic and was like, you need to reach out to your doctor to get this approved beforehand. Dominic's like, literally, my doctor sent me to you, but okay. So then Dominic had to reach out to his doctor. His doctor had him reach out to the insurance, and it's like, why does he have to do all of that? I don't get it. I don't get it. There should be some form of communication through these people that he wouldn't have to go through this over and over again. Like, this is just the 100th thing, honestly, that has happened, and it's just... I'm at my breaking point, you guys. And honestly, I just want to know if there's anything wrong so that we can, like, move forward. You know, you guys know how it is when how things are going wrong. And then, on top of it, I come home and my lights, if you guys remember, here, let me see if I can show you. My lights aren't even up there anymore. They all fell down. So I'm going to have to re-put my lights up. So that's what I'm planning on doing tonight, is hanging my lights with some nails, because we hung them with command strips. And you know what, to command strips. Sorry, you guys, I was about to flip you off, but it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with command strips. I don't understand how they can create command strips. How are those things still selling? Because the only reason we bought them was because they were on sale, but they never work. Command strips are literally the worst creation ever. Like, they always fall off. Do you guys have a form of command strips that works for you other than nails? Because command strips... I just have a bone to pick with the command strip creator now. But anyway, I'm going to go grab my food, and I'm going to eat, honestly, and just take a minute to eat. I need to take a minute to eat, and then I'm going to rehang these lights up with nails, hopefully. I can't do that. I have to wait for Dominic. Ugh. I can't reach up there. I can't reach the top of the ceiling. I'm too short. This sucks, you guys. I really didn't want to have to wait for him, because honestly, doing that with a man, I mean, not to stereotype him as a man, but Dominic, my dad, like, men suck when it comes to trying to hang things. Like, they just get so angry over needless things when they could just work through it. Make it happen. Get through it. Try to do it with a smile on your face. It may be frustrating, and it's not just a man thing, I know, but I just don't like doing that stuff with Dominic, because he gets frustrated at the lights, and then he breaks things. Not breaks things, but like the command strips. When he tried to help me with the command strips, it just was not fun. It wasn't a good time. That's all I say. He's like, these stupid command strips. He gets as mad as I'm getting right now over the command strips if they just won't stick, which they don't stick either, you guys. Like, they just suck. So it is what it is. I'm going to have to get the nails out, and he's going to have to do that, or I'm going to have to hang them lower. Hopefully you guys are following this. My mom told me on the phone today that sometimes when I talk in my videos, it makes no sense. So hopefully I make sense to you. But I am going to go and get my, I'm going to go get my food, you guys. I'm literally dead right now. I just sat up and noticed this happening behind me. Please tell me that wasn't in the video the whole time. If it was, I suppose, I mean, maybe it would make it a better video and maybe more funny than me being angry. But... she just had to choose to do that at this time. I'm sorry, you guys. I was right. My stuff needs to be microwaved longer. I put it in another 2.5 minutes. If it's not ready by then, I'm just eating it cold. We are not having it today. I can tell I'm already losing my brain cells because I haven't eaten yet. I had oatmeal this morning, so I did eat like a little something, but that was a long time ago now. It's already 4 p.m., so I was right, though, about my stuff not being heated. Okay, you guys, it's finally hot, and now it's like blazing hot, honestly. But I am having the leftover chicken and curry from the other night that Dominic made, and it is so good, you guys. He's just the best. He's the best chef. So I'm gonna eat this, hopefully cheer myself up, hopefully be in a good mood when you see me next. Okay, you guys, I hung all my lights. I was like, I am going to be a boss ass and hang all of these lights myself. I've got this. I need to do it. Well, I filmed it for you guys, and I'm dying laughing at some of the footage, so I'm gonna put it on screen for you guys while I kind of narrate it. Literally, you can see it all over my face, what I'm thinking, and what is about to happen here, and how it is going to be a big mistake. Because in my head, I'm thinking, I did just sprain my ankle last year. I know it's been a while since that happened, but I do still have ankle pain. So is this the right decision? But as I'm thinking all of this, I'm thinking, I literally look at the camera. Like, you can see me look at the camera and think, well, at least if something happens to me, I have it on film. And my camera was like, yeah, no, you are not going to. Literally, my camera was like, this is way too risky to catch on film. So it, like, you can see it going down. I'm sure you guys have already noticed. You can see it, like, going down the, like, it was just kind of drooping, basically. And now, like, by the end of it, you can't see me at all. I did set it back up to, like, film a little bit more afterwards after I realized that it did that. But we got the lights up. We're happy. It's an exciting thing. But anyway, you guys, I am going to end this video here. I love you guys so much. I'm sorry this one, again, wasn't really that Christmassy, but, you know, we can only do so many Christmassy things. At least I hung my lights again. So I will see you guys in the morning. Definitely hit that like button and the subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. All right, I love you guys.